Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, episode 68. We are still in Ultra member submissions. We had quite a few of them this month, so thank you to the Ultra members who support this channel. I really appreciate that. Let's see what else people have in store. A GameSpot trailer for a new Five Nights at Freddy's game called Into the Pit. I don't know what that is. So it's a pixel art version of Five Nights at Freddy's. Looks like it.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a massive place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun collide.
So it's just a pixel art version of Five Nights at Freddy's, I guess? Like supposed to play like an SNES game? I mean, you guys know my take on Five Nights at Freddy's. If you think it's scary, whatever. I played the first one. I did not get scared in any way, shape, or form. I thought it was one of the worst video games I had ever legitimately played. I feel like the only reason the series ever got traction is because a bunch of streamers streamed it to get attention for themselves. And that then led people to become fans, and then it became popular for other things like the lore and shit like that, you know. But it's just one of those silly franchises that I look and shake my head like, I don't get it. I've never been scared. The gameplay is not interesting whatsoever. I just don't understand why so many people like it, besides because it was virally popular because of streamers. That's the only thing I can think of. So if you like Friday Nights, I'm sure that's scary to you. That doesn't scare me at all. There's nothing scary about what we just saw. Okay, what's next? What's up, King Michael? Street Fighter 1 sounds great, doesn't it? Listen to those amazing sound effects. It's like someone's like grating your ears. Oh, you know what? Let's say. This is Street Fighter all bosses ever. Oh, wow. They're going to go through all the classic bosses. Well, the boss is always Bison in the originals. They're just going to show a whole fight. What's up, Derek? How you doing? Ooh. They're going to do Champion Edition now? Oh, why are they doing the whole fight? There's no point in showing it twice. Just show the one round. Hadouken! That's original Street Fighter 2, just the wrong aspect ratio. Yeah, it's the same fight. It's Bison again. This is Champion Edition. Here's Hyper Fighting. Much better game, much faster game. Much more interesting with combos and stuff. People do less damage in this version, too. Super. This is when they started using the Q sound chip in these arcade games, so listen to how much better the music and sound effects are now, right? So much better. Look at 3 hits and 3 hits from Bison. Look at how much health he took off Ryu. The bosses were always cheap as shit. Always cheating. And then you have Super Turbo. For some reason he changed to Ken. As you can see, Super Turbo, the fastest version of all of them. Hadouken! Ooh. Super Turbo is so much more refined than the originals. There's so much more to it. Such a better game. Alright, now we're going to Alpha. Oh, he goes through all of them. So Street Fighter Alpha. In Street Fighter Alpha is unique because the final boss is different depending on who character you're playing. Yeah, it's completely different depending on who you pick. With Dan, it's Sagat. Dun, 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 dun. The Street Fighter Alpha version of Sagat's theme is so good. Round 2, a fight. He cheesed the first round. Oh, he has level 3 super. Tiger. Tiger blow. Tiger blow. Come on, Dan. I need a comeback. No, Dan, no. You got him. Dan came back. There's Alpha 2. This is Ryu's ending. He fights Akuma in Alpha 2. Yes, Sagat killed Dan's father. That is the plot.
Round 1, fight!
This is the music we use right now in Street Fighter 6 when we fight Akuma. This is one of the themes I use. His Alpha 2 theme is amazing. That was easy. Alpha 3. No, not Alpha 3. They didn't do Alpha 3. They went to Street Fighter 3 New Generation. Gil, one of the cheapest bosses in Street Fighter history. Seriously. He's so cheap in this. Nope. Squeeze the head. Gil has super and he dies. He auto revives. So you have to try to beat him before he has a super meter. Cryokinesis. There's pyrokinesis and cryokinesis. Cryokinesis. Okay. Oh, EX. Oh, EX plus Alpha. This is one of the later versions. There was Street Fighter EX, and then they kept having updated editions. This is EX plus Alpha.
Round 2, fight!
I forgot about this soundtrack. Hadouken! Look at these early 2D sprites, right? Or excuse me, early 3D sprites. And this was better than like Tekken was at the time. The visuals are actually much better than like Tekken in this game. Look how bad they are. Hadouken! Yes, I played EX plus Alpha. Yes, I did. I remember this song too because the rock music in it. I remember it. Go to your left back. Jeez. So this is Second Impact. It's just Gil again. It's the same fight. Street Fighter Alpha 3 again. A game where the final boss is different depending on who you're using. Chunky Bison. It's Chunky Bison. So the lore is that this Bison is one of his earlier bodies. Then in Street Fighter 2, he's in a different body, and that's why he's skinnier. And that's also why in every Street Fighter game he looks a little different, because he's a body hopping entity. He's actually, that's not Bison, that's him possessing a body and using psycho powers through the body. That's also supposed to explain why he plays differently in different games. He just keeps teleporting, it's great. He just keeps teleporting everywhere. Okay. EX2 final boss. It's Bison again. It's Bison again. The graphics look almost the same as the first one, don't they? They look almost identical as EX1. Alright, enough of that. What's this? Third Strike, once again, it's just Gil again. Gil was always the boss of all the Street Fighter 3 games. EX3, it's Bison again? EX3 is fucking Bison again. Oh my god. Capcom versus SNK final boss. Geese Howard. Again, this was another one where the final boss was different who you picked. Geese Howard.
Round 1.
Who was the boss of Fatal Fury. Blam. It sucks. I really like Geese, but he was no good. Like when we saw the video earlier in CVS 1, basically the Capcom characters dominated the whole game. Yeah, he stunk. CVS 2, again, another one where the final boss is different. Yeah.
It's gonna be a match to remember. Fight.
So for Ryu, the final boss is Ryo, who's supposed to be his SNK counterpart. Look how dumb this game is. You're not even doing anything. You stand there doing like light kick, light kick, light kick. Oh, that's terrible. Street Fighter 4 is Seth. Yep, Street Fighter 4 is Seth. Evil Ryu against Seth. This technically is not vanilla Street Fighter 4. This is Super Street Fighter 4 had Evil Ryu. Boom. It's cool he had the teleport spinning pile driver. That's awesome. Alright, and then we got Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I don't even know who the final boss is. Is it Ogre? It's Ogre. Yep. It looks sad that this game just failed miserably. I feel like it was an opportunity for a great crossover. They just ruined it with their design choices. Really bad design choices. Those tag combos, that's neat. Okay. Street Fighter 5 is Bison. I don't even remember that.
Bow down before my sight. Round 2.
Look how bad Street Fighter 5 looks. Ugh. Just visually, just look at everything. The fucking energy bars looks terribly boring. Look at how chunky and shitty the text is. Like the font. Like everything graphically about this game is a horrible design. This is like one of the worst designs of any fighting game ever. I don't know why they made it and thought this was a good idea and looked good. It's just trash. Look how shitty this is. So once again, this is a different Bison. That's why it's supposed to be, he fights differently, he looks differently, you know, it's a different body, so it possesses different powers, supposedly. Alright, and then the last, of course, is going to be JP for Street Fighter 6. Oh, this is hilarious! That's not... Dude, this is absolutely hilarious. This is not the final boss fight, right? The final boss would have been in story mode. This guy didn't even play through story mode to make this video. That's pretty funny. Alright, let's see what's next.
3.
Oh no, it's this guy again.
1.
Yo, it's this dude
First up
again.
on the Factor, IsaiahFactor.com. There is outrage at the Waller County Jail, this time for a man named Quincy Davis. He's been behind bars for 780 days. He's charged with assaulting a law enforcement officer. Get it. Do it. Where is it? It's gone. Oh. Bug's always a bug.
That's the same guy who choked on the bug last week. Remember the video? The bug was right in his face. Did you see? It was like right in his face.
What is that?
That poor guy cannot get away from bugs. I think this is our final ultra submission, which means we can finally get to the submissions to your videos. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've seen this video before. This was like on social media and I watched it, but someone submitted it for this week. So we'll watch it again. Ready? Here we go.
Court calls case People versus Corey Harris.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Wait. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Look at the
Okay.
judge's face.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving,
Yep.
and he didn't have a license.
This is this guy's hearing, right? It's not his full trial. It's his hearing for committing a crime. His license was suspended because of the crime, so it had to have something to do with driving. He calls into his Zoom call to the court hearing driving. He has no license. It was suspended, and this is the hearing to determine what's going to happen, and he calls in driving a car.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
That is correct, Your Honor. That's his public defender.
Uh,
Kind of hard to defend your client when he's literally committing a crime on camera in the courtroom.
hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
What an idiot.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Look at his face. Oh my god. What a complete fucking idiot. You called into your hearing, your bond hearing. The crime that you committed made it that your license was suspended, and you called into your bond hearing driving a car. Did you think the judge was going to give you bond? So now that's it. He has to go to jail. He just has to go straight to jail. No bond, nothing. You're going right to jail. We have a whole generation of people out there. I was just talking about this on my podcast earlier. We have a whole generation of people who are just like so insulated from anything that they think that like this behavior is just fine. Oh yeah, I don't get in trouble, right? I can call into my court hearing while driving, even though I don't have a license. Nothing will happen, right? They have no concept of reality, of consequences for their actions. They don't think they ever would have a consequence for an action, ever. They're just like, they were taught when they were growing up, they were special little snowflakes. Their parents coddled them and treated them like some fucking, you know, it's just hilarious. This guy looks 50. This guy's not 50. There's no way that guy, I bet you this guy's in like, probably, I would say in his 30s, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's what I mean. Like, you got people who just live a different parallel dimension from reality. This guy literally thought it would be better. Instead of not answering the call because he was driving, he thought answering the call in his car was a better move. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I mean, the thing is, we don't even know what crime he committed to make him lose his license to begin with. So you can just imagine if he thought this was going to go down fine, what was he doing to get the license suspended to begin with, right? Was he driving down the street, firing weapons out of his windows, snorting coke, and fucking, you know, oh, this is great, right? Like, oh my God. He already had, here, oh, there's a troll. Get rid of this fucking troll. So, who knows, right? But just, there's people like this, man. They don't get it. They don't get reality. They don't even understand what reality is. You know what I'm saying? All right. We do have time. Well, I think what we'll do, even though it's a little early in the video, let's split the part because that was the final Ultra member submission for the week. So let's split the part when we come for the next final hour here. It'll be all submissions tier in a random order. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you hanging out with me this afternoon. I'll see you in part 5 of DSP versus the Internet.